In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the gear oil in a Honda SH50 City Express, second generation from 1996 to 2003. For this you will need gear oil, a collection bowl for the old oil, and a socket set toolkit. Specifically, the measurements, you only need an 8mm and a 12mm socket, but let's get into it. First and foremost, what I've done is I've let the engine run for 5 minutes, and for the last 10 minutes I've just let it cool down. So basically you don't want the oil to come out looking like toffee and really hard and not getting onto the bowl, but at the same time you don't want to burn yourself. So what you want to do, you want to get your 8mm socket and you want to locate this bolt here. I don't know if you can see that there. This one should have a gasket seal on it, and what you want to do is you just want to turn it anti-clockwise. Get a nice bit of leverage, hence the long bar. Okay, and once it gets loose, you can just undo it by hand. All the old gear oil should flow out. There you go. Just wait a couple of minutes for all of the oil to flow out, and then you can put in your new oil. Good thing to do as well whilst the oil is draining is to check the bolt and the gasket to make sure there's no metal fragments, and just to make sure the whole thing isn't cracking. So if you're happy, you can reapply the bolt and the gasket. You don't want to make it too tight, because it will make it a whole lot more difficult to take the seal off next time. So now we're going to go to this bolt here. Next, you want to undo this bolt here. This is where we're going to put the oil in to the bike, to the gear oil case I should say, and this is where you get your 12mm socket. So I'll just undo this. Once that's undone, you can see here it says oil 0.1 litres, so that tells me this takes 100 millilitres of oil. And I've had a lot of conflicting arguments about specifically what type of oil to use. The manual says Honda 4-stroke 10W40, however, I've had a lot of comments on forums, and I've put this question to people who own these types of scooters as well, and they say that they haven't had a problem with 80W90 gear oil as well, because it's a lot more heavier. But yet again, Honda engineers do know what they're talking about, so it's really your choice. As long as you don't go too loose of an oil, I'm going to be putting in this 80W90 today, but it's really depends on your preference. So I'm going to squeeze all this in. Once you've done, I've actually managed to put in the majority of the bottle. You want to hand tighten the bolt, and then you want to get back to your socket and just tighten it a little bit more. Like I say with the drain bolt, you don't want to tighten it too much because you won't be able to take it off next time. There you go, and that is a gear oil change for a Honda SH50.